Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Panthers have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. On the run from inside his own 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Using the quick game. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's off to the races. At the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love
it. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense came into this game ready for the quarterback option. Everyone played their assignment. They forced the quarterback to keep it. They rallied to him, made a tackle. Nice job early in this game playing good assignment football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, the ball squirts out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
1st down for this offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to get the corner. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. To the air. It's Hawkins. Dumps it to the back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 7, Pitt 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Finds his big tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
And the Sooners have moved it inside the 20. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 6 over Iowa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking left. Complete downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second and goal coming up. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's still 3rd and goal. They're working that left side. Knocked off his feet. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panther!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man on the right. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And they can't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Going deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
The AT unit on the field. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket.
Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Touchdown Sooners! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize.
Reels it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. On the move is the 30. Oh, look out! Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. This quarterback part of their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the field goal unit is on the field. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Pocket starts to collapse. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He tries to take the top off. Makes a grab on the right. And they'll do more than...
Deep down.
They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The toss to the outside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quickly complete. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got loose, it was all over. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They're bringing heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
First down here for the offense. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And that's a first down for the offense.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the RPO, complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And the punishment has been extended. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Pitt. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Oklahoma 42, Pitt 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The hand to the running back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Sooners are in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 8.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. a sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Snowed under by the defense. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
From the gun, the running back has it.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, and they convert. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Going to the running game. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do. Yeah,
and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to